It was an awkward day for me anyway, because I have Jupiter and Pisces at the early degree, and I could guarantee the Sun and then Mercury, but mainly the Sun is opposing my Jupiter, and um, I had an interaction with somebody today. It's like, okay, so this is my guru, my deity, telling me not to be a lazy ass and stuff, and so be it. I take that lesson and everything. Whatever is going on in my mental scape doesn't matter. I made a mistake and um, it was awkward, but I'm glad I said what I felt I needed to say while this shit was coming at me and I was being so-called corrected. Um, Really, what I come up with is, and I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but what I come up with is that the highest teaching of it is um, the most valuable thing would be the expression of love and being more present to the situation. And I admit my situation is completely awkward, and so I'm managing it just by myself, and then somebody else inserts themselves in here and says, "Look, I'm here, and what? Um, can you not touch? Can we set a boundary?" And it's like, yes, I apologize. Now, what I'm talking about is, for the first time in my life, it was today in a parking lot. I decided to, and it was an awkward moment because I decided to go around to the passenger side and load groceries, which usually I do it from the driver's side. I just reach over and do it. And usually I'm parked up towards the store, so there's a downhill slope, and I don't have a problem with the door or any carts slamming into people's cars or anything. But this time I had to lean my door against. I didn't have to. None of that had to happen, but it did. And this person, it wasn't a new car or anything. So I know that I was in the wrong about it, not justifying anything, but I made sure to lean to fight back from this person who see, the first thing is that, okay, so I gently leaned my car door against this mirror. The car is not new, I'm noticing it, and if there was a driver in that fucking car, I would not have done that at all. I didn't see anybody there, I didn't notice it, but see, this person got out of the passenger side and came up really, really incredibly nice, to the point, I mean, I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, that's a little bit too nice. After a while, when I think about the scene later, it's like, well, can you get a little, if you're that nice, will you hold the fucking door for me while I'm loading my groceries? But she just, right? I mean, now see, the highest teaching was, what is the highest expression here? Well, it would be to be present and to be loving. Now, I'm doing the so-called first offense by leaning the door. I have put up with this when I was okay. I'm 50 years old, and I've been doing parking lots for over 30 years, and I have been in my car while people have just slammed their doors in shopping carts, right? And when I observe the situation, I look. It's like they didn't mean to do that. And they're an idiot. They didn't see how that could have happened. Blah blah blah. Or they are just completely beyond an idiot. They are disrespectful, perhaps, just not even a conscious. So what's my excuse? It's like, wow, the one time I did it, so this fucking whole scene's come up, and so I apologized to her. I was right. She was righteous. The first thing I'm like, oh, I apologize. I really do. I was embarrassed. I was like, it's the first time I ever done that. And now and so here I am trying to load my cart from the groceries from my cart to the front seat, and it kind of got me a little perturbed, right? I'm nervous. I'm embarrassed. Blah blah blah. Well, what does the cart do? It didn't move at first when I parked it there. Didn't know anybody was in the car in the first place. Not an excuse at all, but the cart was still until I was haphazardly just kind of trying to get it done. And what does the cart do? it rolls down and gently baps into their car again. And mind you, I'm noticing it's a white car. It's not washed at all very well, not like mine, even though mine is probably the same age. You know, we're both the same in the same imprisonment here. The car is not a new car. If it was a newer car, I would not have done it at all. And it's not an excuse either. It's not. I know. I'm at my bad, but again, see, I'm thinking about it later. It's like, you know what, fucking A, man. If that was me, I would have said, here, can we put if I noticed it was every time it has happened to me, and that would be a different scene that somebody is just leaning the car on my car. I If I was that woman getting out on the passenger side or however it worked there, but I understood that she was sitting. She kept going to the passenger side. It was okay. So we had this interaction. And here I am trying to put the after she tells me to stop leaning the car, and you know, I'm just like, do it one-handed. Well, the fucking car hits the car. Now, again, I'm saying if she was nice and present, as nice as she was presenting herself, which, by the way, I can't tell if there's a human being under all that fucking spatula and the fucking eyebrows painted on, and what else? Probably a wig. But they were younger than me. I could tell that they were because this is not the way you deal with. I've had this happen like 12 times in my life, even more. Just bap, somebody's fucking hitting my car, and it's brand new. I mean, it's pretty fucking new at that point. 15 years ago, but here's, you know, so anyway, and nobody's has a new car at this incident I'm talking about between me and her. And it's not even her car, I understood later. So then, awkward moment with the cart. I'm like, shit! And then I fucking take the cart out and I kind of put it in the back of my car and I load the two other bags up. And then of course, she's coming around and I just walk away and I put the cart back in the cage. And I come back and I'm standing up tall. I'm like, you know what? I'm fine. I told her that too. You know what? I'm good. How about you? And I don't know. It came up to her to telling me that I was disrespectful. And I thought about it later. I'm like, you know what? I don't buy that. I get where she's coming from, but when you're not being creative in the moment, that's where I'm not getting it. Her fucking role there was what? To not help me out with my groceries? I'm sorry. But no, really, I mean, if it was a big concern and she keeps having to do something, really, when I notice a fucking idiot doing that to me, and if it was precisely in that situation, where it's like, okay, what if it was like this? This is what I came up with. What if my door was actually my shoulder? I needed somebody to lean on right then and there. Now this person's coming out and saying, would you please not do that? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I won't. And then I'm really needed now. I'm like, why? Because the cart's gonna fall. Whatever. But see, that's where I'm saying the highest expression would be to be more present. See, to be more comical about it. I mean, what kind of a fucking presence is that walking up to me like that? Say, excuse me, but let's put my jacket there. You need to put the stupid fucking door there because you're a huh? Because my experience, lady, at nearly 50 years old, when the 12 times I've looked over and somebody's slamming their fucking shit against my car, is because I'm looking, it's because they're a fucking idiot. That's why. And what are you going to do about it? Where's Jesus in your life that looks up like this and says, well, God, forgive these people. They're a bunch of fucking idiots down here. Close the book, open another one. Title is, what the fuck do we do with a bunch of fucking idiots here? They can hardly manage this fucking scene. This person chooses to go to do a Jerry Springer scene, and I came right back with it, babe. You bet. I came back with it. I just got in her face, you know, as well as she getting in my face, and nobody's right or wrong in this situation. This is my Sun square. No, it's opposition Jupiter, and see, I'm the Pisces influence, and I'm saying, none of us are right or wrong here. The act is amazing, and down to me saying, well, that's a fake fucking bunch of shit. This person is probably half my age. I'm twice her age, and if I could just tell her my experience is like, babe, if you get out into somebody's face who and you can't be you can't be cool about an accident that may have happened because maybe they're not paying attention, they're an idiot. And watch out, don't approach an idiot from any angle. The saying goes, don't approach a horse from the rear, don't approach a bull from the front, and don't approach an idiot from any angle. And I admit, I could be right up there with all of the other idiots. I sure have felt that way lately. But my story is honest. It's like, wait a minute. This is the first time that I decide to do this weird thing, go on the one side of the car that I'm usually on the driver's side, precisely because of the door, the way it swings, and then the cart, and so it was awkward, and I guess it was just a setup, man. And she laid it on me, and I laid it on her, and I told her, you know what? Human relationships are far more important than your materialistic fucking concerns and your money. I said, all this is going to turn to ash, and what do you have left is this interaction of, huh? And I admit, I could have more love in my life, and I wouldn't be so on edge like that. Because it just gave her the upper hand, but still she remained really fake and unreal, and just kept saying, "Have a nice day. Well, have a nice day." And then later, I can feel that was a tap of energy. What she did, really, when I kept thinking about it, it's like, okay, so what if I can tell her, it's like, well, what if my door that I cordially just kind of set because I'm in a stupid fucking place. I admit, wrong. So what are you gonna do? If it does it is it looking handicapped? Does it look like I'm retarded? Can you help me? But she didn't. She didn't. If it was me, I said, well, if I was her, what would I have done? I would have said, shit, man. Here, do you want me to hold your door for you? I'm here. I've got eternity. Do you too? I know that you just have a temporary time here, but are we going to have a picnic here? What's going to go on here with this? Whatever, her decision, her expression, that's all I'm saying. Take the highest road, which would be me. I would be a comedian like that and then compassionate. Oh, you're a fucking idiot. Right here. Do you need a cushion? Do you need a helmet on?